I need a shower so bad. No, seriously, I smell so bad. I haven't showered yet, and it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm not wearing a bra because I typically don't wear a bra unless it's for something important. I am running a fever, wearing a hat because I have a migraine. I am wearing earbuds because I don't want to hear the sound of the terrible construction going on outside. And I haven't shaved since like Halloween, so let's do this. I know it's been a really long time since I've been able to jump on and film and reconnect with you guys. I really hope you enjoyed your Christmas and had a wonderful time with your family over the holiday season. I wanted to make this video because I know that 2016 has been a hard year for a lot of people. This just seems to be the year that a lot of people are hurting and struggling, and they just want to quit and give up and run away. Because of that, I know that it's been really difficult for a lot of people to get into the holiday season and enjoy it like they typically do. I've sensed this reoccurring theme over the internet for a long time, and that's partially why I'm no longer active on Facebook anymore, just because the negativity and the corruption that is on the internet can really bring me down. I'm already going through a lot, trying to figure out a lot, and so, you know, I have been accused of not being transparent or open in the past. When I first heard this, I was highly offended. Over the last 9 or 10 months, I have really been reflecting on that statement. What stood out to me the most is how offended I was. Why did this statement bother me so much? If I was vividly transparent and open with everyone all of the time, then why did this bother me so much? Over the last 9 or 10 months or so, I've really been reflecting on myself, who I am as a person. How do I speak? How do I act? Looking at my heart, my soul, looking at who I am as a person. And not just because of that statement. I was already doing some soul searching before this happened. I have been racking my brain trying to figure out why this person might have felt that way towards me. I consider myself to be a very honest, open, and trustworthy person. I rely heavily on the truth. I don't lie or exaggerate the truth. If someone asks my opinion, I share it freely and openly without conviction. However, with that said, I am not one to generally offer negative information or experiences that I have gone through regarding my past. If I know that someone else is going through a situation that I have lived through or that I'm currently going through, I'll go ahead and open up and share with that individual at that time when it is appropriate. But I'm not an individual that just walks into a room and says, hey, I was raped when I was 5 years old. There's just some things that you don't disclose at certain times because it's not appropriate. But with all of that said, I don't have any secrets. I have not been fully honest with you. And for that, I am very sorry. I consider you guys to be my friends, my support group. You guys come around me, pray with me, love me, and really encourage me when I'm going through a difficult time. And the last thing I want to do is to be dishonest with you. But I don't think that I have even been honest with myself. Not really. Over the last 3 years, my life has changed drastically. I went from not living for God to dedicating my entire life to God and to my faith. I've lost 117 pounds. I got married. I now have 2 new sons. Our cat died. So there's just been a lot. There's just been a lot of things that have gone on in the last 3 years. And it has made me a completely different person. I am just now learning who I am as an adult. I have been trying to figure out what's going on with me physically and spiritually over the last several years. And it wasn't until recently that I actually started to grasp who I am as an individual. So how can I sit here and be honest with you when I can't even be honest with myself, when I don't even know who I am? I went from being a overweight, selfish individual who was driven by money and greed, and, you know, I was not a good person. And now I look in the mirror and smaller. I look different. I feel different. I live a different life. I am not a bad person anymore. I have really bad days, and I go through some things, which I think we all do, but I don't lie, and I don't cheat, and I don't steal, and I'm not running the game anymore. I don't have to hustle anymore. I've been rescued and delivered from that lifestyle, so this is me. This is who I am, and I'm getting to know me at the same time that you're getting to know me. So if I have given you the wrong perception as to who I am as an individual, for that I apologize. Because I have been so intent on focusing on what's going on with me physically and spiritually, I neglected a lot of what's going on with me mentally. And I have put out 2 videos regarding what I went through after a mental health assessment. But today I just wanted to sit down with you and talk to you so you can get to know me. This is Tara. This is who I am. I am in a hat most of the time. I am in my pajamas most of the time. I love makeup. I have a passion for makeup and for art, but today I just wanted to sit down with you, my friend, one-on-one, and have a face-to-face conversation as to what's been going on with me. I am hoping that this will shed a little bit of light into who I am as a person and what I live with on a consistent daily basis, and how I have gotten through 2016 just like the rest of you. Anyways, I have a really horrible tendency to ramble. I actually wrote down pretty much everything what I'm going to say verbatim. I'm sorry, but this is the only way that I've actually been able to get through a video, is when I clearly write down exactly what I'm going to say so that I can deliver it confidently and eloquently. In the past 2 months, I have been to the emergency room 3 times for seizures and an unrelated incident. I have had 2 mental health evaluations. I've been to the primary care doctor 3 times, and I was almost admitted to the psychiatric center here in our town. If I sound really versed in this video, it is because I have already tried to film this twice. I have discussed this information with a slew of doctors and a medical team, and I've relived all of this several times in the last couple of months. I was admitted into the emergency room because I had blacked out and I hit my head. I like fell like a sack of bricks, you know, like I had a seizure and I just like completely, bam, rug burn right into the whole side of my face here. Thankfully it's cleared up. This video is still not easy to film. With as much as I've talked about it and prayed about it, and it's not easy to film because you don't live my life every day and not everyone can understand what I'm going through. But I hope that I can just shed some light on this situation. How do you tell somebody that you're sick? I have 1,000,001 critiques and thoughts running through my head. Everything that you're thinking, I have probably already thought for you. Anything that you're going to comment below, if it's negative or positive, I swear I've already thought about it for you, which is why it's taken me a long time to get back doing YouTube, because I started out my channel passionately dedicated to my interests and my hobbies, but I feel like it's changed because I am changing. It is for the better. I realize that, you know, there's a lot of people out there that like makeup, and there's a lot of people out there that talk about makeup and make videos about makeup, and that is amazing. That is wonderful, and I commend everyone who is doing that right now. But I kind of had to take a back seat with what I'm going through. And I've learned over the last just 6 months that, you know, the enemy wants you to think that you are alone. And I realized that I am not alone. That over 300,000 people a year suffer in this country from depression alone. So I just feel like there needs to be more videos and discussions regarding mental health and spirituality and life and topics that are really, really critical and important to my heart. And so if you're willing to stick around, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. I am going through a self-discovery journey and I would love to have you along. For those of you who have been following on my channel for a while, you have known for some time that something has been wrong. I have not been able to film or accurately do my job in quite some time, and it's really, really frustrating for me and for you guys. I know that because you guys are relying heavily on YouTube videos that I can't produce. Thankfully, I am around a wonderful support group of people, family and friends. So working is not necessarily an issue most of the time, but I was born to work. I was bred to work. I love to work. I have a passion inside of me to work and do a good job and be successful. I love to create videos and art for you guys. I love to be surrounded by your support and your comments and your love, but my brain is broken and we don't know why yet. So every day is just one more day on the road to self-discovery, figuring out what's going on with me and why I act a certain way, why I do certain things. I honestly feel like I am a teenager going through puberty or adolescence. I feel like my brain is 10 steps ahead of my body or something. The more I try to explain it, the crazier I sound and the more looks I get. I want to convey to you how I feel and everything that I'm going through, and everything that I experience is so weird. There's just so much. I don't even know where to begin. It's been so difficult just trying to be normal and trying to function normally. I finally have a couple of routines down. I've got laundry on a great schedule. The kids are on a great laundry schedule. I have my Bible reading on a great schedule, my journaling, great. I've been able to get a cleaning routine down for the house. Now I just have to put the rest of my life together. This is affecting my entire life, my family's lives. I can't drive. I can't go to the bathroom typically without something happening, or unless I'm coaching myself through going to the bathroom. It seems every time I do pass out or have a seizure, I hit my head right in the temporal area of my head. So I usually, every time I pass out, I usually hit my head like right here, or like right here, right here, like right here. So always in the eye region. There was one time where I fell and I hit the counter, and I hit the corner of the counter. It should have taken out my eye, but it didn't. It ripped out all my eyelashes somehow, and I did get a huge black eye from it, but thankfully I did not lose my eye. I fell into the corner of the counter. Another time I literally fell into the corner of one of those metal box heaters that's on the ground, what are they called, baseboard heatings. So yeah, I fell into the corner of one of the metal heaters, and that's why I have this gnarly scar over here. And honestly, with every blow to the head, I feel like I am getting worse. But 2016 is coming to a close, and that is very, very, very exciting. I know that it's been a really difficult year for a lot of people. There's been a lot of deaths and tragedies, but we did it. We got through it. We survived 2016. I'm not sure how 2016 was for you, whether it was good or bad. I thought this would be a good time to sit down and reflect with you my year 2016. It was prophesied over my family and several other families that I know that 2016 was going to be the year of more. So this was really, really encouraging and quite exciting, because my husband and I came from two very great years. 2014, 2015 were amazing years for us. So naturally, we just thought 2016 was going to surpass them all. 2016 was going to be freaking amazing. And not to say that it hasn't been good, because God's been very, very good to us throughout this year. We have been placed in a very loving and supporting church. We have had finances pour in out of nowhere. We got to take a trip out to the coast this year. We got to spend time with our family. But overall, 2016 has been really rough and challenging, to say the least. When I heard the year of more, I naturally expected more success, more money, more fun. You know, we were gonna pay off the car this year, we were gonna move, like everything was gonna be amazing. So I started asking God for more. I wanted more opportunities to serve, give, pray, be plugged in, love on his people. Specifically, I was praying for me so that I could be the most effective mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally when serving God's people. 2016 started off with trial after trial after trial. From our taxes being held up because of the ex, to our car needing $2,000 in repairs that we didn't have the money for. Here I am holding out hope for more with 2 days left into the year. And I quickly realized that this was the year of more, just not in the way that I was expecting it. The prophecy was fulfilled for 2016. This is the year of more. Through the trials and tribulations that I have experienced and that I've lived through throughout this last year, I can sit here before you and tell you that I am a better person. Even with all of my problems, from where I started out in January of 2016 and where I am now, because my faith has been tested and I am still in this fight. Every single day I get up, it's a battle. But Jesus lights a fire inside of me, and somehow I am able to keep going. I am able to push forward and fight for something bigger, fight for something more than just myself. And you know what? It doesn't make sense, but it doesn't need to make sense. My daily struggles and the battles that I fight every single day are really insignificant in the grand scheme of things. So with all of that said, I am getting better. I finally had the appointment that I needed to kind of move things forward and get things going. I finally had my first real appointment with Juniper Mountain. It's a counseling center here in town who have therapists that work directly with a psychiatric nurse so that the psychiatric nurse can work with my doctor and get me going, moving forward. I promise that I will continue to keep you guys updated. I know that it's been kind of a while since I've been able to touch base and update you. I know I haven't been consistent, but I miss you guys so much, and I'm working really hard to try to get better so that I can do this more. I can't wait to really start filming again. I really would love to start filming again. Part of my problem is that I get like brain shivers. That's why I wear the hat. So yeah, I pretty much feel trapped inside my own body most of the time with about a million thoughts and voices running through my head at a high rate of speed all day long every single day. So please bear with me. I am working really hard to try to get better and figure out who I am. Never underestimate God. When you ask for more and you seek out God and you are praying for a rewiring of your mind and a reworking of who you are at the core of your soul, there's going to be a lot more than you expect in your human brain and human capacity. God is going to remove things out of your life that aren't healthy for you, and it's not going to make sense, and he's going to introduce you to things that don't make sense, and the journey has been crazy. I'm a very stubborn individual, so please don't think that my health problems or what I am going through is a punishment from God, because that is not how this works. But sometimes when you pray, worship, or live out a Christian lifestyle, you are going to encounter spiritual warfare. And I can tell you that this has been the heaviest spiritual warfare battle that I have ever been through in my entire life. I want to encourage you as we head into 2017 to find ways to build your faith, because I can tell you that with everything I have lived through just this year alone, I would not be sitting here in front of you alive right now being able to share this story with you if I did not have God. I have experienced some of the loneliest and darkest moments, and the intensity behind the nasty thoughts that go through my head every single day. I would not be here today if it were not for my relationship with God. I would have been out of the game a long time ago, but God is my only constant, and every problematic situation that I have ever been through in my entire life, he has delivered me. He has been there. He's gotten me through, not only financially but physically, regarding health problems. I've gotten out of abusive situations. So I can honestly tell you that if I did not have God, I would not be sitting in front of you today. What really helps me get through is worship. How I started coming back to the church and falling in love with God is I found Christian artists who I related to, who had a heart similar to mine, who had the same outcry to God that I did. And I started playing my Bible on audio on my cell phone, and I just want to encourage you to find ways to embrace 2017 and find ways to get through difficult and hard times. A few of the Christian musicians that I really love and am drawn to are Francesca Battistelli, Nichole Mullen. Elevation Worship is currently one of my favorites. Bethel Worship. Oh, you guys, you can find all of these on Spotify, and I will go ahead and link all of these in the description box below for you if you guys are interested. And then from there, you can go ahead and find other really, really great top Christian worship artists. Most of the time, honestly, I listen to like brain food music or like deep focus music when I'm listening to Spotify, just so that I can kind of tune out all of the words and focus. Also, getting connected on a Bible plan is really, really critical and important. I don't know about you or what you're using right now. I personally love the paper Bible. I use my paper Bible. My husband bought me a Bible after we got married, so I don't really listen to the Bible on audio much anymore. I've got a pretty good and consistent Bible study routine down, but I do encourage you that if you don't have a Bible study plan, you can go on to YouVersion. I know YouVersion has great Bible reading plans. I will go ahead and put a link for the app in the description box below if you guys are interested. I think it's really, really convenient, especially if you don't have a paper Bible or you aren't willing to carry a paper Bible everywhere with you. You can download the app on your phone and you can have the audio Bible, or you can read it like a Kindle. Easy access, regardless of whether you are on a Bible reading plan or not. I also just really wanted to encourage you to seek out God and pray more. Even when you're driving in the car and you don't know where to go, you're driving down the road, you know, throw the GPS out the window. You would be shocked how guided you can be just listening to God's voice. I had a person tell me, you know what, practice building your faith. When you're driving down the road and you don't know where to go, ask God, should I go right or left? And you would be shocked. I would get to the exact location where I needed to go without GPS, and it was all relying on my faith and really listening to God. Okay, I know I'm probably getting way too into this right now, but I love my time before my family gets up and I'm able to dive myself into the Word and just dedicate my heart to God and Jesus and everything that He's done for me. And my intent and my purpose is to serve Him and love on His people. And how can I do that if I don't know Him? So I make sure to set a time aside every single day just to get to know Him a little bit more. And honestly, the God that I serve is so beautiful. I don't read every single day. I just want to point out, I do not read every single day. Typically, I don't read on Sundays and I don't read on Mondays because I have an extensive cleaning routine that I go through on Monday mornings, and Sunday we have church and hospitality. So I don't really dive myself into the Word too much on those particular days, but throughout the week I stick to a pretty consistent Bible journal reading plans. But I am only 29 years old, and I feel like God has crammed more knowledge and wisdom into me this year than all of my other years combined. It is beyond difficult to explain, and maybe some of you guys have experienced this, so you will understand. But imagine if you lived in the past, present, and future all at the same time every single day. I experience such vivid and clear thoughts from my past in full detail. This is to an extreme. I recall past memories so vividly as if I'm living through them in that moment at that time, to where it will bring back a smell. Like I can physically smell in front of me whatever that room may have smelled like. Say somebody was cooking an apple pie and that was the memory. I can smell the apple pie, and there is nothing in my house that smells or is related to anything close to that. I also live out future events that happen in my head years before they actually happen in real life. And there are many people in my life who have lived through me, through these experiences. So yeah, I mean, I will just know that something is gonna happen in a year, and it will happen. And I live with thousands of thoughts and voices that race through my head all day long, every single day. And this is just a little glimpse into my life so that I can kind of keep you guys up to speed with what's been going on. If you are somebody who is watching this for the first time and you are like close in my life and this is the first time you're hearing about all of this, don't worry. This is the first time everyone is hearing about all of this, except for maybe like 2 or 3 other people other than my doctors. So please don't be offended. This is just my style. I'd rather come on and address all of you at one time instead of have to relive it and explain myself 100 times to 100 different people who ask me what's wrong with me all the time. And the answers are always the same. They're always negative and always bad, and I hate being that person in the middle of the room to just bring you down, you know? That's partly why I choose to be more reserved, because there's already so much hate and tragedy out in the world. I don't want to be another person to add to it. I am really tired of being 2 different Taras though. It's exhausting. It's the halfway put together Tara that everyone knows. I do my makeup sometimes and I am able to get through a conversation and social situation. And then there's me. This Tara. So yeah, okay? When I go out into the world, it becomes very easy for me to transition into the fixer or the doer. I immediately want to comfort everyone around me, and I want to fix all of the problems so that I can make everything better and everything can run smoother and everybody can be happy. I just never want to be that person who creates drama or adds more negativity into the world. So I tend to go into this high awareness mode, ready for battle, ready to fix anything at any time if anything were to go wrong. I truly have been trying and I've been struggling. For years I have always perceived this to be a weakness. But I'm learning that this is more of a character strength versus a weakness, because I'm learning that there are just a lot of people that lack those qualities. People don't want to be fixed, and they don't want to be told that they have flaws or that there's something wrong with them. They typically don't like to receive advice unless asked, and I'm one of those individuals who don't mind giving advice even if it's not asked for. And honestly, I feel like my personality pushes people away because they don't understand. A lot of people don't want to be held accountable to something more or to higher standards. When I pursue a relationship with someone, I give 100%. And honestly, I expect that in return. I will typically hold out a relationship for several years before breaking it off, because I hold out hope that, you know, this person is better and they're gonna understand. Like I said, I will invest years into you and get my heart broken, walk away, and still come back and try to maintain this type of friendship or this relationship. But I am learning that I can't be that way anymore. And oddly enough, YouTube has taught me a lot. You know, I started this channel to help people and fix and give advice and offer tips and share with you my passion and love for makeup and life. I really tried to be normal and deliver content to you that I thought was normal. But you know what? This is normal. This is me. This is who I am, and this is my normal. This is the person that I want to share with you. I have been so scared, and I will use that word. Typically I'm not afraid, and I don't live in fear, and I can honestly tell you that I struggle with a lot of things, but fear is not one of them. But this has been scary, because I don't want this video to be perceived negatively, and I don't want people to think that this is an outcry for attention or that I'm trying to create drama for views, you know, because my platform has kind of changed. I just want you to know that this is me. This is who I am. I really hope that you are willing to accept me for who I am and all of my flaws and everything that I live with on a daily basis, but this is me. This is the normal, real me. And you know, my husband has a word for it, really. It's called surreal, because that's just what this really is. I just adjusted to the flavor of house coffee, so that's been helping. So I've been drinking that to help me focus, and that's been working. I am God's shattered masterpiece, and he is slowly piecing me together into this beautiful, crazy creation. 2016 was surely the year of more. Not more money or more success or more fun, but more of God. So that leaves me so inspired and encouraged for whatever 2017 holds. I know that I still have a long road on this health recovery journey, but I know that if I can survive 2016, and God has confidently showed me that I can rely and depend on him, then I can accomplish anything moving forward. I cannot fail if I remain dedicated and faithful to serving God and loving on his people. As I wrap up this video, I would just like to mention the recent passing of Carrie Fisher, and what a prominent beacon of hope that she was for so many people. Carrie Fisher was mostly well known for her prominent role as Princess Leia in Star Wars. But what a lot of people don't know about Carrie Fisher is that she comes from a long line of drug use and a battle with bipolar disorder. She was a huge advocate in the mental health community. I never met Carrie Fisher, but I do know that she impacted so many people across the world. There are too many people that try to dim the light on mental illness and mental health related issues, and I just commend her for being so bold and open with her experiences and with what she lived through, because they help individuals like me. If you are struggling right now, or if you need help and you are experiencing terrible thoughts or feelings because 2016 has just been so overwhelming, I would love to recommend you to a group that was specifically designed and created for people who are living with chronic illnesses. It is called Kooky Fam Spoonies, and it is a Facebook group that was created by John Kookian. I will also put a link for his channel in the description box below. Really, really funny, and he offers a lot of support to the mental health community. It is because of this group over the last 2 months that I have been able to come forward and be vocal about who I am and what I'm going through, because I recognized very quickly that I'm not the only one that is crazy. My husband likes to say, you're not crazy, but come on, let's just be real. I'm not normal. So these are real life people who are coming from a background where they can't talk to doctors or they're having complications, and you know, this is just a really great outlet for people to talk about what they're going through. The group is insanely supportive. You're not allowed to cuss. You have to use like trigger warnings. I mean, there's all these rules, of course. You do have to be pre-approved or pre-authorized to join the group. So don't be alarmed by that when you go and click the link and it says that you have to be pre-authorized. They do that for the protection of the members in the group, which again, I think is really great, because a lot of people just don't understand mental health and mental illness, and you know, he's created a really, really safe place for everyone there. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope I was able to shed some light into my situation and kind of, you know, what am I doing? I don't even know. I've been sitting here too long. What time? Thank you, as always, for your continued friendship and your love and support. It truly means a lot to me to have you guys as my friends, knowing that I am not alone in this, and just one more day. It's just one more day. So I hope that God rocks your world in 2017, and big changes are coming for 2017, but I can't talk about them yet. I can't. Okay, I won't lie. I've got one secret. Actually, it's technically not a secret if somebody else knows about it, right? So it's technically not a secret, but yes, I am keeping a secret from you that I can't update you with. I'm rambling again. Peace. Love you guys. I will see you in my next video.